This is another one of my jackets that I'm thinking of redoing. This lint and tweed that I made it from is just hilarious. Two different coloured oranges, different textures, and white base with this clotted pink and white going through it. And then there's also this fuzzy grey in there. And of course the red with flags. And it's just, I don't know, I saw it and I just thought that is an odd combination and such a challenge to work with. So of course I got it. And this is where I was going through the phase of getting extra practice at my sequins and beaded trim by making false pockets. And here again I'm using up my vintage sequins. I just love hand-pressed vintage sequins made in Italy. They are the best. So we have these, just a tiny seed bead holding down each one, and these gold ones are just both hilarious and absolutely gorgeous. My love for them is both ironic and unironic, and they're just so much fun to use. And these ones, see how, if you can, excellent camera work there. If you can see the beaded the beaded trim, sort of sequence trim, has orange, then the Sonia pink, then gold, orange, then Sonia pink, then gold, or orange, just depending on how many of each sequence I had, really. But these Sonia pink and the orange are actually the same. In a sec, these ones and those ones the same. If you turn them over, they're orange on the other side, and I just love them so much. But I feel like they're kind of, I don't know, I think they're sort of wasted on this jacket. It definitely looks very vintage, which I guess is good, but I made this jacket I'd just been accepted into grad school, but I hadn't started yet, so I sort of made a few jackets while I was waiting those few months. And so of course I proudly wore them, and everyone just refused to believe I'd made them, and they said, no, they're vintage. So I know it's not the jacket's fault, but the few jackets I made then, I just really don't like that everyone thinks they're vintage. Plus, I just see the imperfections as well, like the sleeves. They're not hanging perfectly, and there's a little bit of a bunch at the side front where I should have moved a little more of the fabric up to the top, and it's the same on the other side, but into a slightly different way. And God, it shits me so much. I mean, I don't look in the mirror very much, but you know, I have to see them in my closet. So yeah, that shits me. So I think when redoing them, I'll do that. And I think the bunching here isn't so much the cut as when I first started making trim, I just did big long straight sections and then sort of bent it round to fit. And as a result, they sort of warp the jacket when you sort of try and pull it and shape it after the fact. So yeah, now when I make trim, I just make it all as one big piece, and it's a lot more complicated, but also in some ways it's easier. So yeah, I think I'll redo that too. And I was absolutely determined. I think I got this one out yesterday, and when I first put it on the dress form, I was like, yes, absolutely, ripping it apart, doing a completely different trim. But then I saw it in the afternoon sunlight, and I really like it. But these beads would also just be perfect to go on this one, because I'm also redoing this one. It's obviously not a Chanel jacket, it's one I made from another different lint and tweed, but that's my nicest coat hanger. So that's why I'm using it. And I mean, I love the green pea. They're actually called pony beads, those super green ones. I love that they match my Valentino handbag. It's a rock stud in the fluoro green, but I don't know, I just think it's time for something different. I might redo it in green, but then as you can see, the silk lining is purple, and the first American feminists who wore the purple and the green and the white, they were just so racist. I don't know, it just makes me not enjoy purple and green together so much anymore. So I know when I'm wearing it, no one can see the purple, but I don't know, I know it's there. So I'm thinking of redoing it, and these Sonia sequins would just be so utterly perfect. They're just such a good colour. And yeah, I think they'd go really well with they bring out the sort of orange and the pink fluoro elements. So when I redo the trim, no, I do love the green. I love green in general. I get rid of I totally repick it obviously and start from scratch, but I'd use the green pea pony beads and some of the pea green and fluoro green that I have, so that it matched my gorgeous handbag that I love so much. Or yeah, the fluoro pink, orange and the Sonia colour, because I don't know, I think it's happier somehow. So we'll see. But then yeah, then I'd have to find something to go with this tweed, which is just, I don't know, it's just hilarious. I think it's the grey that does it for me, the little thin strips of woolly mohairish grey. I don't know, I find them amusing. And all the different textures, it's just so busy. And on that white base, white is just always, white with colours is always a bit jarring to me. I prefer all colours, and then just have my whites and blacks separately, just because I just don't like colourful stuff being watered down. There's something conservative like a black or a white or beige, but I don't know, there's something about this tweed, I quite like it. So yeah, maybe red. I've got lots and lots of red beads, because I don't know, I just keep buying red beads, but I never wear red, so I ended up with a lot of red beads just because I assumed I didn't have any and forgot I had them. It's ridiculous. So yeah, maybe red, maybe, we'll see. Or maybe white. I've got a lot of white too for some reason. So we'll see.